Swords, shields, spears, and more importantly, thunder. Hello, my lovely monsters. I am Fasa the Silver Chimera, and I'm back with an electrifying new build for the Titan. Cut down your enemies with the power of a thunder god. Let's get to it. Part 1. The weapon. We're using the exotic special ammo sword, Ergo Sum. I'm sure you've heard about this weapon. You can get it in a multitude of ways in the Pale Heart. It has the unique quality of being able to roll with a multitude of different exotic perks. The one that we're using for this build is Arc Conductor. Powered heavy attacks charge the wielder, enabling them to resist arc damage and chain lightning to nearby targets. This is the perk from Risk Runner, but in my opinion, it's actually better because all you have to do is use a heavy attack. The next perk is Transcendent Duelist. This weapon collects less ammo. Final blows of this weapon accelerate light and darkness mastery. Deals increased damage while transcendent. Defeating targets lengthens transcendence. So, this perk gives us a bunch of benefits, and they all come from Transcendence. Finally, we have the catalyst, Transcendent Steel. Dealing damage with a Transcendent Grenade grants Ergo Sum ammo. Since we're going to be Transcendent as much as possible, this will help us with the sword's natural ammo problems. Part 2. The armor. We're wearing the exotic chest piece, Curiass of the Falling Star. This comes with the perk Glorious Charge. Greatly increases Thunder Crash's impact damage. Gain an overshield that lasts longer the farther you travel before striking a target. This is one of my favorite exotics in the game, and it's a classic as well. It's simple. Thunder Crash hits way, way, way harder now. What's not to love? Part 3. Class and mods. We're on the Prismatic subclass, and for our super, we're rocking Thunder Crash, of course, to synergize with our chest piece. For the melee, I recommend the Shield Throw for range and overshield. For the grenade, we want Shackle Grenades for darkness damage and the ability to stop unstoppable champions, and to synergize with our first aspect, Unbreakable. Hold the grenade button to summon a Void Shield and block a portion of incoming damage, gradually draining your grenade energy and granting an overshield over time. Releasing the grenade input or running out of energy releases a frontal blast from your shield that deals increased damage based on how much damage was blocked. Combatants that come in contact with your shield are temporarily disoriented. All that boils down to, you eat your grenade, you get an overshield, and force blast bitches when you're done with it. Our next aspect is Diamond Lance. Shatter or defeat targets with abilities or stasis weapons to create a stasis lance. Diamond Lances are fun and useful for on-demand freezing, and since we're on Prismatic, it gets us more darkness damage. Moving to our fragments, first up is Facet of Purpose. Picking up an orb of power grants Amplified, -10 to recovery. We'll be making a ton of orbs, and you'll be getting a lot of fun bonuses from Amplified. Next is Facet of Courage. Your light abilities deal increased damage to targets afflicted with a darkness debuff, +10 to discipline. We have a lot of debuffs with Suspend and Freeze, so this buffs our Shield Throw and Unbreakable. Next up is Facet of Protection. While surrounded by combatants, you are more resistant to incoming damage. While Transcendent, the effect is increased, +10 to Strength. You're a Titan. Get up there and punch someone. Next is Facet of Ruin. Increase the size and damage of a burst when you shatter a stasis crystal or frozen target, +10 to mobility. This is useful because we're using Diamond Lances, so might as well bump the damage up a bit. Next, Facet of Sacrifice. While you have a light buff, your ability final blows grant bonus darkness transcendent energy, +10 to discipline. Ergo Sum is really tuned for transcendent, and this plus our final fragment, Facet of Bravery, defeating targets afflicted with a darkness debuff grants bonus light transcendent energy, allows us to charge the meter faster, which lets us get more ammo, do more damage, yada yada yada. Moving to our artifact, the main mods you want are Elemental Siphon, so Ergo Sum can make ionic traces, which gives us ability energy, Blade Stamina to give Ergo Sum some more ammo, Radiant Orbs for the damage buff, and Radiant is just useful overall, Galvanic Armor for even more damage resistance, since we'll be amplified majority of the times picking up an orb, Argent Blade so our sword does even more damage, and Transference to increase our ability damage and get more energy back when Transcendence ends. Might I also recommend both the Scavenger and Elemental Charge mods in column 2 because they will fit into the build as well. But as always, run whatever fits your playstyle and the content you're running. Moving to our armor mods, on the head, Special Ammo Finder for our sword, and whatever Siphon mods fit your loadout for orb generation. On the arms, Firepower for more orb generation, plus the pair of Mental Transfer and Impact Induction for ability energy. On the chest, one Charged Up mod for more armor charges, one Arc Reserve mod to give our sword more ammo, and one Loosened Blade to increase our sword's charge rate. On the legs, elemental charge to help us with our armor charges due to Argent Blade constantly draining them. Recuperation for health on an orb pickup, and if you want one Arc Surge mod to increase Ergo Sum's damage that much more. When these pieces come together, you get a build that feels like a rolling thunderstorm. Lightning shoots off you constantly, which is making ammo and ionic traces. You have lances to throw whenever you want, and a constant stream of overshield and damage reduction to keep you alive. And if something chunky gets in your way, I rest my case. Now, I want to talk about the most important part of any Destiny build. Part 4, the fashion. This is the outfit, and say it with me now, I dig it. I wanted to focus on the idea of a knight, since we're using so many different types of weapons. So I used the Iron Companion Helm, the Fenrir Bane Gauntlets, and the Avatadistic Idol Greaves, and the Mark of the Falling Star to synergize with our chest piece. Then I used the Cloud Striding Contour shader to make it silver and blue. It made me think of storm clouds. I like this outfit a lot. It's noble, classy, powerful. Kind of like the build if you think about it. Henceforth, this build will be known as I Am Thunder. Stand in front of your enemies with your head held high and your weapons held tight. Know that none can oppose you, for they are paper tigers, and you are the storm. So that's the build. Tell me your thoughts. Did you like the loadout? Did you like the outfit? Do you have any suggestions? Talk to me in the comment section below. If you don't know what to say, how about thunder? That feels appropriate. If you want more of my builds, I have a playlist right here. And if you want something to pass the time to, I have a lore playlist right here. If you could do me a favor and ask the subscribe button on a date and only talk about how you want to bang its hot friend the entire time, that would be great. Thanks. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Welcome, and I hope you enjoy your stay. Let's see if we can hit 1,000 by the end of this year, huh? I'm Fasa the Silver Chimera, and I hope you're having a good day despite the world trying to tear you down. I will see all of you beautiful monsters next time.